the beat.
That sounds like somebody about to drop a fire 16.
Yeah, it's one of my producers. GIB. That's his beat. People love that beat.
That beat clear.
Yeah. Oh, so you rap then too?
Yeah, just a little bit. I started rapping years ago.
Okay, a lot of comedians do have a background when it comes to the music scene.
Mm-hmm.
If you noticed, I don't know, just some of the fewer artists that I see working now. They're artists that they're comedians, but they also follow in the art. Sorry about that. Yeah, so I didn't know you do artistry, but I definitely see you on doing a lot of comedic stuff. Definitely a lot of stand up. I figure is your best one of your art forms.
Mm-hmm.
How long have you been doing comedy?
I've been doing stand up. This is my 8th year.
Okay.
This is my 8th year. I started in 2014.
Okay. And I gotta say, Jerry, you sound like you're on a tear as of late. Past 3 years, man.
Yeah.
Feels like.
I had a couple conversations with some people that were higher up in the comedy world, and I realized one thing. One, you got to keep going, and two, you got to focus on yourself. 100% focus, 100% energy on you, your issues, what you have going on, and 100% on your craft to be better. You don't have time to worry about the next man, what they doing. And as long as you focus on yours, and then I like to network. So when I network, going around the country, I have a...
And I'm sorry, you gotta talk a little closer to the mic. Maybe.
Oh, there it is, right there. You do it like that. There you go. There we go. Right there's good.
That's perfect.
Okay, perfect. As a matter of fact, let me take this head off. Oh, there we go. Now they can hear me.
Okay, you go record.
All
Yes,
right.
go ahead.
Yeah, no, so I just, just 100% supreme focus is what I like to call it, supreme focus.
With the networking?
With the networking, and that way, whenever I'm ready to make a move, then I can put my pieces together and, put it together like Optimus Prime.
Which is kind of like how I see a lot of artists coming up, too.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? They got to focus on their craft, but they got to network at the same time,
Mm-hmm.
and then they got to put themselves out there.
Absolutely. You want to be visible. You want to be visible. And a lot of times I see, take for instance today, I'm here with you doing the podcast. When I leave here, I got booked for a show today in Berkeley at the waterfront at the park over there. That's at 5 o'clock. I'll go on stage. After I finish that performance, probably about 20 minutes, then there's a 60th birthday party I got booked for.
That's awesome, dude.
So I do that. He told me he want me to go on at 10:30.
So you do stand
They
up.
60 years old. They gonna be sleep.
Stand up at the birthday party.
I do stand up at the birthday party. I'm doing stand up for the community, and then I'll probably be doing stand up tomorrow night. You know what I mean? On stage at the comedy club. So
That's what I love about you, and what I see synonymous with successful people that I see grind is that you're like down with whatever opportunity.
Mm-hmm.
You don't spend a lot of time questioning stuff. You move, you're on to the next thing, and that makes this is a clip. I notice those people gravitate towards success more because people can easily gravitate them towards success more. Do you kind of know what I'm saying on that? Like,
Oh, absolutely.
okay,
Oh,
yeah.
absolutely. It's like
So you see the
catching.
difference where people don't have
Mhm.
that particular, right? Maybe or so.
Oh, absolutely. To me, it's like an algorithm. So you want to be consistent, and you want to as long as you're consistent, 10,000 hours, practice makes perfect, all that. I believe in playing how you practice. So even if I'm going to an open mic, and you see me at an open mic, and I'm going over my material, I'm going over my material. So I'm going to perform it as if I'm on stage in front of 30,000 people, and I'm going to do my thing. And so that's why you want to stay consistent, and you want the people to, speak your name. But as you were speaking on, it's sort of like birds of a feather. Successful people hang with successful people. What they say, if you hang around 5 broke people, you're going to be the 6th one. Things of that nature. So, we can take it for what it is. But for me, I look at it, the psychological side of it, as well as the physical side. And it's 90% mental, 10% physical. And you got to keep going. You have to have tough skin in the entertainment business.
Why?
Because you're going to go through things and experience things that you don't feel you should, or case in point,
Yeah,
like
please.
myself, I'm from the streets.
Okay.
I live a certain way. I believe in certain things. You know, I have an ethos, credos. I live by certain rules, certain laws. I can't put that on everyone else. Like, I've been to prison. I spent 15 years in prison. You know, I did a 15-year prison sentence. And, 12 years, 9 months on my sentence. And people that haven't been through that, they can understand the way I think how I think, and I move how I move, because I assess the situation, and then I attack.
Right.
So I can't expect other people to move how I move, and you get a lot of that where, like I say, I have a little rough background. I might meet a guy out of an Ivy League college. He don't have a clue about gang or nothing. He don't know, you know what I mean? Like, he don't have a clue, and we're from two different worlds. But in order to get this money, we got to come together. Yeah. And we have to celebrate the differences instead of trying to have conflicts over the differences. Oh, I'm this, I'm that. Man, we all, at the end of the day, we all gonna look like that little skeleton in the corner. I wish y'all could see. They got a skeleton in the corner that it's a symbolization of something. But I know that's where we all end up at.
He was sitting on a chair. I don't know why he got demoted off the chair, but
he said, "Damn, that I'm sitting on the floor. I'm tired." Shit.
Probably said something against the LGBT community.
Yeah, they didn't cancel him.
They got canceled, man. That's what's gonna happen. But the grind, though, like you said, it's hard. It's defeating because people necessarily aren't giving you kudos every day. Mm-hmm. You know, and the progress it's like a minimal growth, but it's every day. And that's why success is very tough, because people just can't constantly do that, the minimal growth every day, and then it becomes something bigger over time, and then it's bigger, and then you're just years past people when it's moving. Because I've been noticing you for a while, and I'm just like, I don't know if it was your starting point. I kind of seen events you were doing, and just your grind. I'm like, damn, he's just at it. And I respected that. And then I felt like your comedy got better, too, and your presentation. And I'd seen your stand-up, too, at the Hannibal show, right? Because you were there at the Pleasanton one. You did great.
Yep.
Yeah, and I'm like, this guy's growing, man. That's really cool, you know?
Yeah, like I knew you before you had hair, you know what I mean? Before you grew your hair out and became a Hawaiian. I ain't know he just...
Everyone thinks I'm Hawaiian. I don't know why.
No, you look like you would have a Tommy Bahama shirt on with some sandals, the sunglasses.
I usually have more tropical shorts on too. Like usually, people say that too. Like,
yeah, we like, man, believe. No, because when I met you, I hadn't even started stand up.
So what were you doing?
I had just got out of prison.
Okay, so you're just around.
I was going to Chabot College, and how I ended up being around, I had a radio show on KCRH 89.9. I was doing a radio, and then I was interviewing a lot of people. So me interviewing a lot of people, it was mainly artists, you know, the rappers, the music. So I got sucked into the little music thing, and I'm like, man, I'm not finna be rapping. That's what I'm not gonna do. After 15 years of prison, I'm not finna get out and be a fucking rapper at the age of 35. I know they say, oh, you never too old to do that. Man, I'm not finna be the gray hair rapper, man. That's just not. It's not what I'm gonna do, bro.
I agree with you on that one.
Now I'll do some poetry or some singing or some shit. You know?
Yeah, but rapping seems sad past 30.
Yeah, that's gone, man. I'm not finna.
Seem like it's just something you don't want to tell a female what you're doing. Like,
yeah, no. How do you? I'm a rapper. You a rapper? Oh, we about to get shot. Oh shit, no. So I was going to Chabot College. It was real dope. Loved it. And had that radio show on KCRH 89.9 FM, East Bay's Best Variety. That was our tagline, you know. So I had my show lasted from 3 p.m. till 9 p.m. So I was on air, and there's FCC, so you can't cuss. So I'm interviewing people, and everybody like, man, you hella funny, man. Oh my God, man, you funny. Man, I like the way you interviewing. You know, I was like, okay, so I'm learning. I don't know how to possess these skills. Shit, I just got out of jail, you know what I mean? So I'm learning. And as I'm learning and growing, then somebody was like, hey, man, there's this open mic. And I was like, what? It was like, it's in San Francisco. I was like, an open mic? I had no fucking clue what an open mic was. Right. No clue at all. Next thing I know, I go over there, bombed twice, and I never looked back. Now, 2 weeks ago, I was just at the Paramount opening up the show for Earthquake on this legendary tour. I performed at the Oracle Arena with Mike Epps. Yeah, man. Like I said, before I started comedy, I met B. Yeah, that's Believe, man. Yeah, we everywhere. We had shows people would throw in, different places, and even yourself. I've noticed you grow. Even that's when I came to this studio, I thought it was the other one you had with the, you know what I'm saying? It was, man, I was over there with my nephew Con in there. I was like, look at him, man. This man's coming up.
It's a little different. It's a little different over here. I like it definitely for sure. It's a little better vibe. For sure.
Hey man, and that because when I pulled up, my heart wasn't beating fast. I didn't get a call from my insurance company saying, "Man, get the hell out of there, man. What are you doing?"
We had that connotation before. We were kind of hood before, man. So you seen it. We were.
Yeah, I seen it, man. Yeah. I seen you're into the game. We all got sucked into the game, with the music, going to the clubs, promoting our stuff, heavy on the ground promotion, Instagram and shit coming up. So now we got the ground promotion. Now we got to switch over to the social media, and then we started noticing the rappers. They was getting a little too, you know what I'm saying? It's becoming too much to where it was just. For this environment and for the level that we're on, trying to get to this level, it was a little too much bull BS going on down here. So I'm like, dude, if you can't function down here, there's no freaking way you're gonna make it up here.
Yeah.
Because it's gonna be 100 times what's going on down here gonna be up there.
Yeah.
You literally, like I said, that's why you gotta have tough skin. You just gotta take it. Ooh, okay, let's go.
Yeah, you do gotta have tough skin. I noticed that. I knew that when I got in the game. Like, you gotta have tough skin. The industry's gonna be kind of full of people that are kind of loners and shit like that. Mm-hmm. They're gonna talk shit. Mm-hmm. The air is kind of tough. But I like that. I like that we're from here, and
Me
you
too.
gotta have a tougher skin to be out here. And we seem celebrated when we go to other areas.
We are.
Or the men hate us, which is a good thing, because
if the men hate you, that mean the ladies love you.
Love you, which is a thing most men don't get.
I agree.
Yeah. So you do write your material, right?
Yes, I do. I write my material. All my material is from life experiences, or just everyday experiences. Even with my son Jamel, got a few jokes about him, and he says funny stuff, and even I remember when I told his mother. I told her, I said, she said, "Oh, can you come pick him up?" I said, "No." I said, "I got a show." She said, "Shit, y'all got a show." She said, "You better come get him." I said, "What?" She said, "Yeah, y'all going to Tommy G's." I said, "What?"
Oh, what?
It was hilarious.
And she was down with you taking him then, right? Basically.
Oh yeah. He done been a mini show. I've been having him at the comedy club since he was 3 years old.
That's life changing for him, bro.
You know what I mean?
Life changing. Because my parents owned a business, like on a fish market, and they took me every day in the summer. There's 7 days where I had to stay there, and I think that was because I have my own business now. You know what I mean?
See?
So I'm used to spending 7 days a week doing
grinding,
whatever
getting
the
it.
fuck I had to do.
Yeah, and it's not work. When you look at it, it's not work. It's my livelihood. This is what I do.
Yeah, so you don't have to turn off.
Yeah, never
I think
off.
that's why work is so tough with people, because they got to turn off and turn on, and Sunday and Monday. That's an emotional roller coaster, man.
That is. You're being yourself, then you have to be a lesser version of yourself.
A lesser version of yourself.
Yeah, you like, I don't even do this, but I got
to. Then, or you've had a regular job before then, obviously.
Job. During the pandemic, too.
It's weird.
Yeah.
Just how you gotta act and the whole
Oh man, it wasn't for me.
A different person.
Yeah.
So I do feel like I'm a different person, but is that me? And then you see your friends just becoming that person, that office worker personality dude.
And then they bring that shit home.
And then you're just that person.
That's it. That's what they do.
I don't know. That's what it seemed to me. You know what I mean?
That's what it is. The 9 to 5 for me. Put it this way, because of my prison stint, and who I am, the person I was in there, whatever, and coming out and after being up under people telling you what to do, people that are less than you for sure, trying to tell you what to do, boss you around, you grown as hell, you know what I mean?
That is weird.
Yeah, you like, man, I'm not gonna do that. So when you go to a job and you're in there, like my last job I had was at grocery store, it was Lucky's. Okay. Ironically, it was Lucky's.
That's honest.
Yeah, during the pandemic, because during the pandemic, comedy stopped.
Yes.
Anything and let me put it up. Comedy, music, rap, anybody who made their living, because I'm a professional comedian. I live off comedy. He eats and he's clothed off me telling jokes.
Events, yeah.
You know what I mean? So
yeah.
if you're living off these shows and events, when that shit hit, they took it. And in fact, I had just did the show with Mike Epps at the Oracle. So that was February 22nd.
Before the pandemic?
Right, I'm talking about a month before.
Oh my God.
Matter of fact, 2 weeks before they slammed us and killed everything.
Yeah.
That April, I was supposed to be in April I was supposed to be in LA with Keenan and Kel. I was also supposed to do my special in San Quentin. That shit, it hit and knocked all that out of there.
Damn.
And so I end up, having to get a job. So I started working at Lucky's. And I was in there, and then they made me the meat man. You know what I mean? Up in there doing that.
But you knew that was temporary, though. I mean,
it was temporary for me, but here's the deal. I was working with people who have been there 20 and 30 years, and, some about to retire.
That does hit you a little different.
Because that's their life.
Yes.
They spent their life right there, and I can't see me doing that.
I know. It's.
I don't mind working. I'm going to go get it.
It's the Twilight Zone for me.
And
I'm like, what the
Yeah, man, it's their life.
Life is normal. Like, what the
Yeah, that's them. My normal life is being on the road, hopping on planes, staying in Airbnbs, hotel, motels, whatever, telling jokes, meeting different people. That's my life and getting paid for it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So my story, it evolved, and being a comedian, I come up with my own jokes, like one-liners, like whatever, but now I'm learning to tell my story.
What was it like at the Lucky? Was it humbling? Was it like, I mean, because look, so
it was hard for me.
I have an entrepreneurial lifestyle, but I Uber. But I feel like I Uber because sometimes I go by like homeless people or weird people and I'm picking them up in weird situations and or I'm dropping them off at their jobs and they're telling me how mundane their job. I think it humbles me that I do that job. You know what I mean? So I don't know if it gave you perspective. Like, man, my life's pretty fucking awesome. Like,
oh man,
this is just some. You know what I mean? Like,
I was able. I ain't gonna lie. They got rid of my ass anyway before I left.
Politics.
Well, I was leaving. It was the politics. It was the politics, but they wanted. These were their jobs, and they're looking for people for longevity. That's man. I'm gonna go in here and I'm coming to work enthused about working for this company and making them this money, and you paying me pennies. And dude, I make money. Like I throw my own shows. It depends on what I'm doing. I can make $1,500 to $5,000 a show, depending on what I'm doing.
Right.
Or I can show love for $300, no less than $3. You know what I mean?
I feel
and that's on some humbling because I'm here, whatever. But I know what I do. I know what I bring to the table.
Yes, sir.
Now, the reason why, like I said, even being in there, they were looking for that, and I'm having a ball, and I'm telling them, hey, I can't work this weekend. I got a show. I'm like, dude, look, and I showed him.
Static over that? They were like,
well, hell yeah, because they wanted people in there on the weekends.
Yeah.
They told me that later after I was in there because I was working through the weekdays, which worked for me, and they was like, nobody gets weekends off. Nobody gets weekends off. I had to work 10 years here before I got a weekend off, and I had to wait. Now, why you feel that you're so different and you don't have to wait? And I'm looking like, man, I'm going to beat your motherfucking ass, man. Stop playing with me, blood. I'll fuck you up, man. Stop playing with me. I'm a grown-ass man. I'll be goddamn if you tell me that I got to be here. I ain't no fucking slave. That's the first thing I hit him with. I ain't no fucking slave.
But I feel where they're coming from, too, because it's a
Me
union,
too.
It's a union job, right?
Yeah, you get into the union. It's a union job.
Okay, yeah. So
but they were in but in the meat cutters, the bosses and the heads, like they had their own separate union, like they was apart from us. They was with it, but they was apart. They had their own thing.
They are separate, yeah.
They separate, so they talking big shit. You can't do shit to them. They like gods in that motherfucker, and so you getting at me with your god complex, but I'm a thug, motherfucker. I'm a grown ass thug. Fuck wrong with you, man? Like I'm changing, but I ain't fully changed yet.
That's hilarious.
I put these hands on your motherfucking head, boy.
My friend's a butcher at Lucky's. And I didn't know this.
Yeah, them dudes they are egotistical maniacs. Them dudes on a hierarchy and shit.
Wait, so the butchers are, this is a clip. The butchers at Lucky's are on a hierarchy of workmanship, so they get to call shots.
They call shots, put the schedule together, tell you you're not gonna work today or you gonna work tomorrow, and if you don't, then you get a write up, and it just get real ugly. And I told the lady, she said, "Are you ready to cut ties yet?" Because I'm passing out my tickets. I'm like, yeah, I'm gonna be over here. I'm gonna be at Cobb's in San Francisco. I'm gonna be at the Punchline in Sacramento. I'm gonna be at Last Unlimited in Sac. I'm gonna be in Tommy T's in Pleasanton. I'm telling them where I'm going.
No,
they don't give a fuck about that. All they do, and they on my gram now. They start following me.
Fuck too.
Nah, I don't give a. As soon as that bitch open up, man, look, it was a dude that was working there, and I seen him in there. He was clipping them. He played for the Clippers. He was in there tearing their ass up. I said, I'm definitely up out of here because the blame finna come. As soon as I left, they started running cameras back and caught him. He was stealing it. It was crazy, man. But
that happened.
I just couldn't. It was hard for me to have somebody telling me what to do.
Totally, yeah. No,
because, like I said, like I ran shit. Like, dude, you're not finna be. Yeah. And I'm looking at you, and I'm like, It don't compute. I understand the job, how you're the boss. But I'm not living like that.
No, yeah.
I refuse. I refuse.
You're an entrepreneur.
Yeah.
It's very awkward.
Yeah.
Because they're like, no, you got to sell your life short, man. What are you talking about?
Yeah, no, you got to come in on this day.
You believe in yourself. Come in on the weekends, like.
I seen a sister that was been there for 30 years. She about to retire, and that's another thing. Right now, in the whole workforce across America, dude, people have been in those positions for 30 and 40 years.
You're right, Jerry.
They're dying and they're retiring. And they need people to replace those people to sit there all day and give your life's blood in that office for another motherfucker to vacation in Hawaii while you in there slaving and about to lose your relationship because you can't spend time because she work, you work, y'all have sex and passing and shit. Baby, what's up? Come on, let's get it. And y'all going, no.
It's a fake American dream. Because in the American dream, they sell you all this opportunity and entrepreneurialism. When you get a job, they sell you this mundane ass shit. And I remember when I got this job at this plumbing distributor company, like the boss hella liked me, and he was like, man, I could see you being manager here. and that all that told me was like, this guy wants me, and he's like, we can become very best friends, we get to hang out a lot. And this guy was older and fat and boring, and I'm like, oh no, I'm gonna get fired. I got myself fired like a year later, because it was a really good job.
Yeah.
Bonuses, and the whole shit. But they were just, like you said, they had to be all about the culture. You got to be all in. And real entrepreneurs ain't going to do that shit.
No, because you already had a taste of what it's like to govern yourself, be the boss of yourself. You your boss, you the employee, you're everything. This is your business. Yeah. You got to taste. Put it this way. This is the best way I can explain it. As a comedian, I produce shows, right? You have to have more than just jokes. Well, you can be one-dimensional if you choose to be, but that's just not me. Right. I'm going to slice that pie every goddamn which way it comes. So because I become the producer, now I see the people that book me or hire me, I see it from both sides. I see it from me as an artist, I see it from that side, but I also see it from the business standpoint. So if somebody say, hey, I got a gig for you, 20, 30 minutes, $400-$500, and I'm be like, okay, 30 minutes, 500, all right. You know what I'm saying? Depending if I want to take it. Yeah, okay, I'll take it. Now, if they tell me, oh, man, I only got a couple dollars, the budget low, woo. Okay, I'm going to say, how much you selling tickets for? Then they tell me, they say $20. How much does the building hold? Oh, it holds 200, and we sold out.
Yeah.
So it holds 200, and you telling me you making $4,000-$5,000, you gonna give me $200-$300? No, the fuck you not. Yeah. You not gonna give me that because I gotta entertain these people.
Yeah.
And then some, it depends. So now for me being on the other side, I know if I'm getting dicked around or not. You know what I mean? I could tell like, hey man, because they call you, hey man, I got this gig over here. Case in point, the gig I'm about to do later.
Yeah.
It was my homeboy was supposed to do it. Shout out my boy, Mario Hodge. He was supposed to do it. Something happened, well, he couldn't do it, and he gave him a list of names. So, dude, when it came to my name, he was like, oh, I ain't heard of him. He was like, I know the other dude that you said, but I ain't heard of the other brother. So then he called his boy, hey, man, I need a comedian. His boy threw my name up. He said, man, somebody else said that. He said, well, shit, I'm going to have to go book him. So when he called me to book me, I said, he told me that my boy was supposed to do it, whatever. And I was like, yeah, matter of fact, we even got to discuss budget because whatever you was going to give him, give it to me. He said, oh, he gave me the family discount price. I said, the family discount price, what's that? So he told me what it was, which was $100 less than what he was going to give the bro. And I told him since my brother was going to do it for that, man, and I know he ain't accepting that, but I didn't say nothing. I said, all right, go ahead, shoot it. Because what happens is sometimes it's not about the money. See, I'm accepting this because this little change, he got school clothes. He got school clothes he got to get. So tonight, say tonight I make like $1,100, right?
Yeah.
That's just today, right? And he got school clothes, so about $500 for that. That's going on him already.
Yeah.
So it's just, and then somebody else might call me. You know what I mean? So when I make my own money, and you're behind it, and you can move how you want to move. But the even bigger thing is am I getting paid my rate today at most shows? No. But guess what? I do those shows, make that money. That's his school clothes. Now the bigger win is you don't know who's in the audience. I got 200 tickets to my show Thursday at Tommy T's, from the cage to the stage, right? Yeah. and I'm passing them out. So now I did my craft, gave y'all a little piece of what I do. Now,
This is a clip.
I done hit you, gave you the tickets. Then, whoever in the audience, say 5 of them book me for shows and they pay me my rate. Now that one show or 2 shows that I would have turned down, instead of you turning down 1,100, now you just turned down 4,500.
Yeah.
So you gotta look at the bigger picture. Sometimes it's not about the right here, it's about the right there.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Right here is good, but right there is better.
You touch on a very important, because as a promoter, I'll try to give an opportunity. Sometimes I can't give people their actual rate, but I felt like if I have a show I'm bringing a little bit more to the table.
Yeah.
Unsuccessful entrepreneurs will go, well, look, I'm losing money because that's not my normal rate. But to me, it's like that's so asinine because I presented you an opportunity you weren't promised.
Absolutely.
I brought an extra opportunity to the table. You're classifying it as some standard thing you should be getting. That's stupid. And I love what you said because successful people do that, right? Like, if you have other stuff in the works, you'll do stuff knowing that that's not your normal rate. I do videos that aren't my normal rate all the fucking time because I want the money. It is money. At the time that guy is paying me to promote myself and him, he is going to promote my work. You know what I mean? I know people that do that shit for free at the beginning stage just for that part.
Yep, to get out there.
Just to get out there. But that get out there, this is why it's a clip. That get out there never stops, right? Like why would you want to cap the get out there part? So I love what you said because to entrepreneurs out there, you're not gonna get your normal effing rate. Who cares if that person who is a man of opportunity who puts shows on, you're already just saying, hey, I'm difficult to work with. And then you don't have the story of saying, hey, we've been building. You ain't been building. You've been penny pitching the whole time.
You've been out here playing, man.
You've been complaining though. That's not. Well, people say that's building, but that's not. But like that man's trying his out. He can't give you a normal rate. Your normal rate could get more stronger too if you do what this guy's presenting you too. Just all the extra gigs. So I love what you said. It's 100% true. A lot of people don't do that though.
They you know what? And that's how I win. Because the dude that booked me today, like, he was pissed off at the homie, and he like, man, please show up, man, because I'm laughing because I ain't been talked to like that in forever. Like, please show up, man. Like, I'm like, what, really? Like what unprofessional mofos y'all been dealing with? Like, because the way you talk to me and get at me, I already processed it. That let me know a little further, like, man, you been dealing with some shitty people, right?
Yeah.
And the real bread and butter of it's not about the money sometimes happened when I had 2 shows. Like, I always double up. Sometimes I might have 3 shows a night. I work crazy, right?
Wow.
So I had 2 shows. I do them all.
Okay.
I did here, boop, boop, boop.
I just thought you like, one's gonna hit. That's what I thought.
Oh no, I'm doing them all.
Okay.
I'm getting it all. I'm go get it, right?
Okay.
So there was a day. I had a show in Antioch that I had accepted. It was a church show. It was clean.
Yeah.
Now the show in Vallejo, I got a show in Antioch and another one in Vallejo. The one in Vallejo was paying me like $250. The one at the church wasn't paying me nothing. Right? It was my homegirl Tara. She did a show for the church, and I was like, because the other homie they had, my boy Kirk McHenry, I said, I know he getting paid. I know he ain't doing it for free. She said her budget went to him, but she needed another comedian. So, as a friend, she called me. So I'm like, huh? And I was like, you know what type of comedian I am? And she said, well, I got this church gig. I'm like, all right, I'll do it. Forget about it, because I'm gonna make $250 on the other one. My homegirl took me there, right? And so I'm there. I do the show.
Yeah.
And
The church show first.
I do the church show first.
Okay.
I get a standing ovation.
Nice.
I can't believe it. First of all, it's my first standing ovation. 400 people.
It was clean.
Clean. Because in church you can't cuss. Yeah, I didn't know how tough it was, and I told him. I was like, and I remember I told him. I said, yeah. I said the Lord working on me right now, saints, because I'm trying not to cuss. Because I said, where y'all see me at? They said, Tommy T's. I said, exactly. I said, now I'm in here in Jesus sees. You know what I mean? I said, I don't know what going on, but y'all gonna get this work like that. So I started going.
Cool.
I got a standing ovation.
Wow.
And I was like, wow. I couldn't believe it. Got in the car. The girl, she was so ecstatic. I got in the car and went on to the other show. And I said, man, dude, if that I said, man, if somebody taped that, man, that'd have been awesome. She said it was filmed. I said, what? My homeboy Tone had filmed it. T1 Visuals.
Oh, T1.
Yeah, T1. Yeah, that's why I figured we all came up like we all come up together.
Hudson, man.
Yeah, him. He ended up filming it.
Okay.
And gave me the footage.
Oh, wow.
Right? My first standing ovation. Now keep in mind, this was a free show. I put it on a DVD. I made over $10,000 on that DVD.
Nice.
The show that I did later for the 250, man, about 8 people in the crowd.
Yeah.
It was garbage. Started hella late. It was garbage. Now, if I had to bypass that free show and chase that 250,
yeah,
I would have got just exactly what I asked for, that 250.
Right.
Now, I'd have made $10,000 literally off a DVD. That's when DVDs was moving. Off a 15-minute set. Because I asked for donations. Some people give you 20, some people, I made $10,000 off that free show.
Church, and it's clean content, so it's easy to push.
Oh, I was pushing that at Tommy T's. I was pushing that everywhere. I was pushing that wherever show I was at. That was my merchandise. And now I got clothes. Now I got clothing line. I got T-shirts, joggers, hoodies, all that stuff. I got women's clothing. You know what I mean? So, you elevate, you graduate. And, yeah, but that right there, that free show turned into $10,000. So that's something I'll probably put on YouTube, how I got $10,000 out of doing a free show.
You should do that. You should. That's something I don't see you do is all the real content, which I feel like you should do
I
more.
just started because I had just reached 10K followers, and they monetize it now. So it's an incentive for me to do it, and I never really got into that because my stand-up is my thing.
Yeah.
And so for me, I could put all these reels, put all this stuff out and get, engagement on there and people to see me and, I should go see him, maybe not. But at the end of the day, you got to have it on that stage.
So what I noticed, too, is I love that you have it on the stage and you have that game because a lot of these new guys don't have that game. You kind of see them working that out after the fact.
After the fact.
So it's good that you have it. But I will say now, when I do find a comedian on Instagram, it's kind of sad, but I'm kind of looking to see if he does do the reels because it makes him look a certain way. So I hate to say it, but I know that probably brings so much element to your game.
I just started doing it.
Yeah, so
like I'm gonna do something with him today.
Yeah,
at the park we're gonna be doing it. Father son skits.
Yeah,
gonna do something like that. You know what I mean? Gonna get it together.
Hold on, we're gonna take a brief time out here.
Perfect. Mm-hmm.
Okay, ready?
Yeah.
All right, we're back on. So yeah, I've seen you at Tommy T's. That was a dope venue. Hannibal is a great show.
Yep.
Yeah, love what Hannibal does for the community. It seems like the whole Bay Area comedy scene is growing.
It is
in the next 5 to 10 years. Past 5 to 10 years, it seems definitely past.
Yes,
it's definitely grown since then. But what do you see from it? Like, because I see all these up and coming dudes, man. All the sketch people, the skits, and the sketches, and then the stand-up guys too. The people with the different persona characters, like what Frisco Philly does, with Bob Black and all that. Like,
Frisco Philly with Bob Black. Shout out Frisco. What's the boy King Bulu? It was his birthday last night. Party with him.
UAV.
Yeah, dude, they got so many people that come out that before it was a thing in the comedy world where, because me, like, stand up and comedy, that's what it is. A comedian stands on that stage and gets paid and tell jokes and people come to see you. That's what a comedian is.
Yes, sir.
The people online, they can do online skits, be funny, and then they call them a comedian, and that's not a comedian.
That's offensive to you?
Very much so.
Okay.
Because all the shit I went through and all the grits and grinding, the homelessness, the showing up to shows, not getting paid, working them stages to get to where you get to, people take offense to that. Yeah. And so that's why even the bigger ones that came, like Just Hilarious, like her, she get a lot of hate. That's my girl, though. That's my dog. But she get a lot of hate. Like, I mean, early in her career, she was getting it from the dudes, like really did, like, fuck you, bitch, like really.
No, I see.
You know what I mean? I was like, damn. And I was like, well, I ain't gonna be like that. And I didn't take offense like that though, like, you know. But it was the people that's coming up, ain't did nothing, ain't got a 5-minute set.
Yeah.
Ain't nobody coming to see you.
Well, the sets could be horrible for sure.
Well, yeah, and because you ain't putting no time and no work into it, and then some of them you can't even talk to. Because as me, you know, being in the game, doing what I do, you know, influential, a lot of people look up to me. I don't have a problem with giving the younger dudes the game, but by the same token, you know what I'm saying, I'm younger than motherfucker myself. But I'm in there longer and I've touched more people and had more networks. You know, my phone's so heavy with names in there that I can call and talk to, you know what I mean? And they give me the game. So it'll only be fair for me to pass the game from the ones who've been doing it 30, 40 years that do it.
Absolutely.
And we trying to get there and hope to God we got that type of longevity.
Yeah.
But, you know, if you come off the internet and you cocky with it, and dudes, you ain't got a 5-minute set. If a motherfucker shut your Instagram right now, you kill yourself.
Yeah.
Because then who are you?
Nothing.
You know what I'm saying? Then who are you?
Yeah.
See, you got to have that foundation where you somebody with the people. You got to. If the community got you, you good. It's all about the people. A lot of them talk that talk, can't even get 3 people to come to their show.
Right.
And they be wanting to hide, too. See, that's another thing in the game, like we, you know, promoting and, you know, you're booking people and they say, hey, believe I should be paying $700, you know, because I got this album dropping or I got this album out. And you like, first of all, I can get any goddamn rapper because it's 1,000 of you motherfuckers out there. And I can find one that's humble with better content, sound way better than you for free. And you want to hit me for $700 and you ain't going to bring 5 people. Ain't nobody coming to see you, Otis.
Every day. Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? So that shit gets tiring, and then that's why I understood you totally. Oh, like it's a standard rate you should do. No. My resume speaks for me.
Yeah.
It depends on how they accept it. My resume speaks for me. As a host, an opener, I opened up and hosted shows weekends at the True Comedy Clubs for 43 plus headliners. Like a lot of them, you know what I mean? So for me, it's just like, hey, practice make perfect. Like today, when I go do this show, I got 2 shows left today. You know what I mean? I'm gonna go knock both of them out. One is in the park with kids and children, so I'm gonna have to do that clean. And then the one tonight, I'm gonna get a little dirty, but I'm gonna keep it clean though, because it's, you know, they 60 years old.
The cleaner stuff first, you gotta prepare and you gotta write that more, but the dirtier shit. Like you freestyle, right? Like
no.
Or you just write everything?
I write everything. I write it clean.
But you don't ever like freestyle on stage?
I freestyle
too?
all the time.
Okay.
And I record it. But here's the deal. Because I've been doing it so long and just, you know, I'm 100% fan of education. And so growing up being a rapper, writing poetry and having to memorize these things made it easy for me. Mm-hmm. So I developed a formula. I write all my jokes clean.
Right.
I add the cussing if necessary, but majority of the time, if you're trying to get paid and you want to get your money, you don't. I don't need cuss words.
Yeah,
you feel me? So I could put a fuck or a bitch or something in there, but it has to fit with what I'm talking about. I'm not you bitch. I'm not direct. You know what I mean?
Yeah. No. I totally know. Yeah.
People do it on stage. All right, bitch. You know what I'm saying? That you know that'll let go, but. If her man's sitting there, he ain't going for it, you gonna have another conversation outside.
Yeah. This is a clip. So, people do comedy that makes people want to talk to them after their skit.
Absolutely.
You've seen it.
I've seen it. It never happened to me because I'm not gonna. First of all, for me.
Wait. So what happened? Can you give us a story?
I'll give you a story right now.
Yeah,
scared me to death.
Okay.
I booked the show. Right? I booked the show. I'm at Tommy T's. And I say Tommy T's. You're going to hear me say that a lot because that's my home club. Okay. That's where I got my grits at. You feel me? So I book a show there. It's about 160 people. There's a group of girls party. They had bought tickets to everything. They about 12 deep, right? They got the whole section. They from Richmond, California.
Oh, I seen them. Yeah,
right?
Yeah, the Richmond represents in there.
Yeah. So the girl, one of the homegirls I booked, I ain't gonna say her name. She don't do comedy no more. Wow. So she was on stage and she was up there. You know, she was doing all right at first, and then she you know, it got quiet. She started bombing. And sometimes when comedians don't do good, they get to asking questions. Who got kids? Who breathing in this motherfucker? Who was born from a woman? You know what I mean? Trying to get a clap or a laugh. Just clap for me because I just, finished smoking weed. And motherfucker, fuck you. Tell some jokes, bitch. You know what I mean? Get to the jokes.
Was it that bad? She was high?
Man, she was high, but she was...
Most comedians should not get high before they go on stage.
You
right?
can if this is what you do and you can do that.
Yeah, I don't really see it get pulled off right, though.
I've experimented.
Okay.
I've gotten drunk, got on stage. I've gotten high. I've had 3 drinks, 2 drinks, 1 drink. I went brown, I went white to see what could I ingest, and still do good. And then I did it without nothing. And the best sets I have
or with nothing.
With nothing.
Yeah. Well, that just
because it doesn't dull your senses, and you in the moment with the feeling. You on that algorithm, the timing, the energy, everything's on. It's hitting. And plus, people could tell when you up there fucked up too.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Yeah. So you're doing them a disservice because actually you're at work, and you're doing a job.
Yeah. And
when you take comedy serious like that, it'll take you serious.
You're saying you're not taking it serious if you go up there drunk or high. That's all I'm saying.
Pretty much. Honestly, no,
unless
you're
it's
not.
your complete bit, which some people it's their complete bit.
Yeah. Or if even if you're the headliner, it's just certain things you should do. Now, I started doing was taking me a drink, put it on stage, and when I'm on stage, sipping the drink, right? Now I'm drinking with the crowd. We all getting, while I'm doing my thing, and it's so good that it just turns into something awesome. Because by the time I finish my drink, shit, it's time me to get off stage. Like that.
It's
now,
perfect timing.
Perfect timing. And now, like I say, so the girl, she say something to the girl in the back because they said something. She said, "Oh, what up, bitch," or whatever, right?
The girl on stage.
The girl on stage said something like, "What up?" Like whatever, bitch. And she said, "Who you calling a bitch?" And they start talking back and forth. Now, the girl on stage, she tell the girl, she said, "Don't worry, I'll be off the stage in a minute. I'm gonna go to my car and then we're gonna see what you saying," right? The girl in the back, she said, "Bitch, you won't make it to your car." Oh my God. Man, I said, get her off the stage. And so I flicked the light.
She's on the mic.
On the light, turn it up, man. I flick it, right? She come off the stage. She walked to the back. Now she's been here before. She done perform at Tommy's a million times. She could have walked out the door, or she could have just, avoided the confrontation. She walked right back to that back and pulled her pants up like she was about to get off. Man, I picked that girl up and took her right out that goddamn door. Never booked her again. Our friendship suffered because I'm like, dude, you're representing me and you're going to fuck up my stuff with your people here. And people don't realize that. It's just like you giving somebody a reference for a job. And you say, that's a good worker, he's good, B's good, he's a great worker. They call me next week, hey man, you know that guy you referred me? Yeah, well he's a piece of shit, man. The dude's fucking all the goddamn staff, man. And then he's smoking weed while he's doing it in the shop,
That's horrible.
Yeah, so I was like, well shit, he do having a good way to me. To me, that's what we should do. Yeah, but that right there, I'm like, whoa.
Fucked up your whole shit.
Well, yeah, and even just shit, like 2 weeks ago, I had to do a comedy at the Continental Club. We were doing comedy there. Continental Club, shout out to CRC, Community Ready Corps. I'm the producer, they're the sponsors.
Nice.
And we were doing the show, and one of my buddies, he was on stage, and the little goons, they're like 6, 7 deep. They from this neighborhood in the back of West Oakland. They sitting in the corner. And he said, "Oh, I can't talk about y'all because y'all might be," and he referenced 2 known gangs that are gangs in Oakland. 2 known, right? He said, y'all might be this or that. Now, for one, either one is disrespectful, mom. Huh?
Yeah.
And they like, nah, man, woo, woo, woo. And then he talking back, I'm a real nigga. Yeah, I'm a real nigga. Oh, man, come on, y'all. Come on. This is not the time for a pissing match. This is comedy. Tell the jokes. Hee-hee-ha. Laugh. Tell the joke. Hee-hee-ha. You know what I mean? This is not the battleground. This ain't the UFC. This is not the Army. What's going on? And I'm like, oh, man, this can't happen. So you got to even be aware of who you're putting on your stage.
There's gang members that are doing comedy right now?
No, this dude wasn't even a gang member.
Okay.
He was just referencing some shit, but he's too disconnected from it to even know what the hell he talking about to say that shit to somebody. because you're on stage. It's 11 of these goons. They're in the neighborhood. After he finished going back and forth and, oh, man, we cool, woo, woo. One of the dudes get up, walk outside and all that. You know what I mean? Then another old man, I was in the back. He said, man, he don't know them dudes. Man, hey, I'm about to leave. I said, oh, shit, man.
I've only been introduced to like just, comedy before, on TV, but like being part of the rap scene and seeing Oakland comedy, it's just,
it ain't too different, goddamn it.
It's a little different.
Yeah.
It's a little different. It's just a little, but it's cool, man. But it's fucking.
I mean, it's an adrenaline rush for sure. It's an adrenaline rush for sure.
Okay, look, man. Thank you for having you on. We're almost at 4, so I imagine you gotta go pretty soon.
All good.
Want to have you back though, Jerry?
Man, let's set it up, man. Tap in, man. Hit me, man. We can do this.
Jerry Law 2 Raw. He's been on a tear. You got a show this weekend. I know this is gonna probably air in a week. So, but what do you have airing? What do you have after a week of?
Let's see. What's the day? Saturday. So after next Thursday. I'll tell you now because I got shows. Yeah. I'll tell you right now.
Please.
So that's the 13th.
Where can we find you?
Oh, yeah. The 13th is Alana's, my homegirl Alana's party. It's called T-Shirts and Panties. I'll be hosting that.
Okay.
Inbox me for details.
Yes, sir.
Let's see. We got Comedy and Couture. That is Artists of Tour. That's going to be on August 19th. August 20th, I'll be at Rob Ben's with Stevie. I'll be hosting that.
Wait, they do the comedy open mic still there at Rob Ben's?
Yeah, every Friday night. Yep, every Friday night. Every Friday night,
Jerry,
do too much ENT.
I might do a comedy.
Yeah, every Friday night, do too much DNT, man. Him got the boy Skinny Buff. They hosting over there. It's an open mic. The cover is $20 to get in.
So anyone can just walk in for the open mic if you.
Yeah, you sign up on the list. I think they got about 8 slots. Because of the time constraints, so you got about 8 slots. You get there early, sign up, and then they got good food, good eats. It's Rob Ben's. It's Marshawn Lynch's restaurant. You know what I mean? So try to big up the brother.
Yes, sir.
And then Ryan Davis and T Springs, they'll be at the Punchline on the 12th and 13th. I'll be over there if I'm not booked. Check me out. And if this airs too late, that's August 11th, Thursday. I'll be at Tommy T's filming my From the Cage to the Stage.
Hey,
Special, baby.
Okay.
Follow me on Instagram, Jerry Law 2 Raw. Come, man, say hi, man. I know you keep bothering me. There you go. Wait, say hello, people.
Hello.
Mm-hmm. Tell them your name, man.
My name's Jamel. I'm his son of 9 years. I'm about to turn 10 in about 2-3 months. And, yeah.
Hey, Jamel's got a good presence on the mic.
Yeah,
He's got some good presence on the mic.
He's my son of 9 years. You heard that?
He's pretty,
well, let's keep it going,
kids
young
always
man.
do it better than the generation before him. Yeah.
All day.
They're always bettering us. All right, Jerry Law, 2 Raw and the Son, Jamel over in the building. We thank you. Create Studios podcast number 52 on YouTube and Spotify. I appreciate y'all. Next, my cameraman. We are out. We are in the facility. We are going away. One love.